Hello friends, welcome to Laravel tutorial. In this tutorial, we will see how to insert data in database using Ajax in Laravel 8. So in earlier videos, I discussed about the steps. So here we follow the same. Only in these examples we use one extra class, response class, because the functions, backend functions are calling from Ajax, so it should get a response. For giving the response, we will use this response class. Rest of the things same. We have to create routes, controllers, models, views, and migrations files. Okay, so for creating routes, we have to come here in the web.php under routes folder and creates routes. You can see here one for get and post on the same route employees. The first one will load the employee form and the second one will store the data. I am using here the index method and store method, right? So the first steps create routes over, the second one create controller and model. We will use this command to create controller and model. I have already done. I will just show you the command here in the terminal. So you can see I run this command and terminal ask about to generate the model because this is not exist. So I just write here yes and enter. So the model and controller is created successfully, and you can see the model and controller under the controller folder and model folder. So now controller and model created. After that I have to create a migration file. For creating migration files I will use this command, php artisans make migrations. So you can see here in the terminal I'm just writing here the php artisans make migrations employees, create employees table, and after that php artisans migrate. So it will create migration files under database migrations. So here database migrations and this file. So this is the employees.php. Here I am using the first name, last name, city name, email, the ID and the timestamp for the created date and updated date, right? And so this will create in the database. You can see here in the structure, this is our table. The table name is the employees, and here the ID, first name, last name, city name, email, created at, updated at. This is all the timestamps. This is the unique, so it's showing the key here, and the ID is also the unique primary key. So this is the migration file. So we have to create all the files and migrate it. Now we have to write the code to load the forms and save the data. So for this I come here in the controller, in the index functions I'm just returning the form. Here this is the folder name employee and add is the file name add.blade.php. I have to we have to create this folder and file here in the resource, in view, and this is the employee folder, and inside that add.blade.php is the one of the file. Okay, the next functions here we use the store. So in a store you can see store, I'm just mentioning this status code here. After that this rules, the first name should be required, city name required, email ID required, the format is email, and it unique on the employees tables, right? And after that we check it's validate using the validator, it is correct data or not. If not correct, we are just maintaining one array with the status code here. Very earlier I initialized with the 0, so here the status code is 400 for the key error. Okay, and we are using here the message key to store all the information about the errors. If the data is correct, no error there is no key error, so the flow will come here and we get all the inputs here in the data array. And if the status is not 400, we are just taking the instance of our model. Here the employee is our model, I am just importing here, you can see. So this is an instance of the employee model, and taking the first name, last name, city name, email, and initialize with the data which we want to insert in the database. And on the try block we are just calling the save command or save function to store the data or to store this instance in database table. And on success, I am just initializing the content array, and the status code with the 200 because this created. We can also use here 201 for created, but 200 is also okay. On any error with database failure and database is not working or anything else in the database side, we got the exceptions here and returning the content array with internal server error and with the 500 status code. If is not true, so our control will come here and again returning the contents array with message something went wrong, and the status code is 500. And you can see here I am using the response functions of that response class and returning the response. Here the content is our JSON or array or strings or anything, and the status is the status code. Okay, so this is also simple for storing the data in the database, right? Just look over on the model. So here in the model, I'm just putting this fillable array because in future maybe we can use in the batch insertion. So this field will insert in a batch, so we just classify here and the timestamps true for inserting auto inserting the created at and updated at. And this is not required here because our table name is employees and our model is employee, so Laravel automatically detects the table name, so this line is committed here. It will not required at all here. Okay, so the model is completed, controller is completed. Now come to the view. So in view you can see I'm just creating the HTML part here. This line is very important. We using the input type hidden to maintain the sessions token here. Okay, and the first name, last name, email ID, city name, the 4 fields. And on the save method, on the save button, this function will execute and taking the 4 values and check the first in the front end side or in the JavaScript side or jQuery side. And if everything is okay for here, I am calling one more function, fetch data. Actually this fetch data is defined here in the command.js. This is Ajax. We are just calling with the Ajax the method, query and the URL. We are passing from here the data, method and the URL. And we listen on $.when, then function will return the success and catch method will return the any error, any exceptions. Okay, so on success just alerting it, data insert successfully. On error we are showing the error on the key error on a specific field. So I am using here the try catch because json.parse of message may be a string, so on that time this will raise an exception. Here I am using one more function, catch function, just getting the message. So here this is defined in command.js, so you can see just returning the message using the response.text. Okay, so this is done here, and if anything catch, we just get the message and showing is the here. And that's much. The one more function on the change on the form control, we are just removing the each invalid class. So this is also pretty simple. This is nothing more here. So okay, so now come to the executions part, and we can see this is our form, employee add, and here the first name, last name, email ID, city name. Okay, so okay, I just open the tool here. We can see when the API call or when the function will call. Now our form is empty and we click on the save function. So see, no API call or no Ajax call happen, but it's showing the validation error. So this error is coming from here. See, please enter the first name. Please enter the first name. Okay, so I am writing here the first name Amit. Okay, now click on save. Again, please enter the email ID. No Ajax call. So this error is coming from where? This error is coming from for API just here from the JavaScript side. So I am putting here amit.ku280yahoo.com. The last name I put suppose Sinha, and now I click on save function. Okay, so data insert successfully, and Ajax call is here. In that I got the 200 status. Okay, and you can see in the response I got the ID 4 message data saved successfully, right? We can check in the database here in the, okay, see here the Amit Sinha is updated now. Okay, so this is how to insert in database. One more validations we can check. Suppose right now we also write here the email ID should be unique. Okay, the email ID should be unique. So now I am inserting the same data again, and let see I got the error. The email ID, the email has already been taken. So in the table we can't insert the same email ID. So this error I got from the backend side and from the function side. Okay, so this is pretty cool. If I change something else and then insert, okay, data is inserted successfully. If I close or if I comment all the validations here in the front end side, then check what's happening. Okay, click on save functions. See, I got the error 400 key error. The first name and the email address is required. So I'm just entering the first name, suppose Manish Sinha. This is not required, so let it. Email ID manish @gmail.com. City something else, and now click on save. Okay, so save, data insert successfully. Okay, so this is all about here how the validations is working in the backend as well as in the front end side, and how the Ajax call is going here. So thank you for this video. In the next video we will talk about the update. Okay,